like he did before. I remember when I used to take them poor kids a little ice cream. Used to feel so bad, like how they have anything but bad dreams. If I wasn't a junkie, I would've done the right thing, but I did what I thought I could and bought them ice cream. Most of these people started out cause they was in pain. It's like this shit was plain just looking at the time frame. Can't afford the doctor with a full-time job. If you don't go over that 20 bag, you won't have to rob. Saw so many people hit the bottom in the dope game, lose their family, then they life every day. The same thing, I buried almost all the people that I ever knew, and I never think about it like it's something that I've been through. Single wide trailer trap house 2 miles past the country store. Billy and them boys got anything you're looking for. I've been around a long time, and he ain't looking like he did before. Now I'm kinda grown, I got kids of my own, and when the times is hard, they ain't hard alone. Cause I got all the people to make a house a home. Every day for these gifts, I thank God above me. I still can't believe I found a woman that loves me. Sometimes when I'm thinking back in those days, I put my hands together and I start to pray, and I ask God to make them kids okay. Single wide trailer trap house 2 miles past the country store. Billy and them boys got anything you're looking for. I've been around a long time, and he ain't looking like he did before. Single wide trailer trap house 2 miles past the country store. Billy and them boys got anything you're looking for. I've been around a long time, and he ain't looking like he did before. I remember when I used to take them poor kids a little ice cream. Used to feel so bad, like how they have anything but bad dreams. If I wasn't a junkie, I would've done the right thing, but I did what I thought I could and bought them ice cream. Most of these people started out cause they was in pain. It's like this shit was plain just looking at the time frame. Can't afford the doctor with a full-time job. If you don't go over that 20 bag, you won't have to rob. Saw so many people hit the bottom in the dope game, lose their family, then their life every day. The same thing, I buried almost all the people that I ever knew, and I never think about it like it's something that I've been through. Single wide trailer trap house 2 miles past the country store. Billy and them boys got anything you're looking for. I've been around a long time, and he ain't looking like he did before. Now I'm kinda grown, I got kids of my own, and when the times is hard, they ain't hard alone. Cause I got all the people that make a house a home. Every day for these gifts, I thank God above me. I still can't believe I found a woman that loves me. Sometimes when I'm thinking back in those days, I put my hands together and I start to pray, and I ask God to make them kids okay. Single wide trailer trap house 2 miles past the country store. Billy and them boys got anything you're looking for. I've been around a long time, and he ain't looking like he did before. Single wide trailer trap house 2 miles past the country store. Billy and them boys got anything you're looking for. I've been around a long time, and he ain't looking like he did before. I remember when I used to take them poor kids a little ice cream. Used to feel so bad, like how they have anything but bad dreams. If I wasn't a junkie, I would've done the right thing. But I did what I thought I could and bought them ice cream. Most of these people started out cause they was in pain. It's like this shit was playing, just looking at the time frame. Can't afford the doctor with a full-time job. If you don't go over that 20 bag, you won't have to rob. Saw so many people hit the bottom in the dope game, lose their family, then they life every day, the same thing.
Mara Rockethill is bringing her gift of storytelling to the world
Kubernetes
of fiction in her
and more
debut
specifically
novel.
like node autoscaling. I have
like
long
when you say
time been a proponent that said
debut novel, the
autoscaling was kind of a waste
revelation
of
of
time.
Dion
It wasted engineers' time.
This young
it wasn't
woman
something that
is
people
on the train.
should be
She's on the
doing
train
for a
headed
couple
outside
reasons.
the
And
city
those
of New
reasons
York
mainly are
because she's
one,
ashamed that she has to take an HIV test. Because 2 nights prior, her ex of 5 years tells her, I have HIV and you need to go get tested. She has to write down all the names of her lovers. And at the top of the list is her stepfather.
Is her stepfather.
I was as shocked as she was, if not more.
What is so interesting for me, having been a victim of sexual abuse from a very young age, 9 years old,
All right, there we go. All right, what's going on, everybody? Let me turn the camera up. I want to do a quick show tonight because we got a major deal coming up. They're just openly talking about on mainstream news about Russia getting ready to attack Poland. And what that means exactly is that apparently they're waiting on Russia to attack NATO. And when Russia attacks NATO, that is the World War III that we all have in our minds. That's it. East versus West, Russia versus NATO. And as you can see, Trump's been kind of backing away from NATO, but NATO is the United States, pretty much. I mean, we flip the bill on a lot of this defense bullshit for our allies who have milked us and robbed us and everything else. But now, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do when Vilnius is attacked? What do you guys want to do? I mean, citizens, what do you think should happen if Russia attacks Poland, Warsaw, Baltics? Do you think that we need now, we've lost countless lives. I don't know how many lives we've lost doing Israel's bidding. So now are we going to go lose more American lives, protecting Europe because of their bullshit? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. If put in a treaty or whatever, if that's what we're supposed to do, it's what we got to do, which is, I believe, Article 5 of NATO is attack on one, it's attack on all. We are still in NATO. You have to abide by
Open your eyes.
what we told our allies. Or, man's only business word.
Back to the
Let's
channel,
watch some of these
everybody.
videos
Let's
today
get
and see what
after
kind of
it.
weirdness
This
is going
startup
on.
just raised $1 million to breed glow-in-the-dark pets that would
Okay,
use
well-
jellyfish genes, and they're starting with glowing rabbits and cats that you can actually buy. So the company
And
is
see, this is what it talks about in the days of Noah, that all the animals and all the flesh is being corrupted. You're seeing it right now.
actually called the Los Angeles Project, and they've already raised $1 million, and the plan is to genetically
course
engineer
it's called the
pets
Los
that
Angeles
glow in the
Project.
dark and sell them straight to normal people. The way they're saying it works is they add in a jellyfish gene, and then the animal can then
Just
light
add
up under
in-
green UV
I wanna add one
light.
in
They're
my
starting
ding-dong.
with rabbits, hypoallergenic cats
Make
are
it glow in the
next,
dark.
and then they're openly saying that the roadmap after that is jackalopes, unicorns, and
Jackalope.
actual dragons. Are we joking?
A modern gene editing technique we
Look
use
at
here
that
in the
thing.
lab
Of course,
a lot,
look at it. Here you go.
with our animals and stuff.
Yeah,
And
doing
basically,
Satan's
it allows you
bidding.
to target any gene in the genome for genetic modification.
And whenever I was reading this story, the thing that I still can't get over is the fact that glowing cats actually already exist. Scientists back in 2011 made cats that glow green using that same jellyfish gene, and you can already buy glowing fish in pet stores right now. As of right now, there is basically no law stopping any of this, so California just introduced a new bill to ban selling pets that are engineered just to glow, and there's already a petition going around to shut the whole thing down from the start.
This just sounds to me like somebody's attempt at making a quick buck. They're going to make a bunch
is made of aluminum and metal. Have you ever touched aluminum and metal on a 100-degree day with no gloves on? And the girl wore gloves with no fingertips on them.
Yeah, they're saying that this damn, I guess what they're getting at is that this Empire State Building climb was staged, which, I mean, I thought so. Anyway, I mean, duh.
Because her nails wouldn't fit inside the gloves. You think you'd be able to climb a building with 1.5-inch fingernails on? You think you'd be able to climb a building wearing giant boots that are barely tied? Look at those boots, that's crazy. You think you can stand 1,500 feet in the air without holding on to something? Do you know how windy it is up there? And the masks, you can't wear a full face mask like that when it's 100 degrees. I don't think you understand. What about her hair? You could see that she had long hair when they were at the top of that thing because it was sticking out. This was the length of her hair when they were supposedly climbing. And look at these point heels or boots, whatever that is. Do you think you're climbing a building wearing that? Now let's look at their giant 10-foot flag that they also climbed up with. What's going on with these H's? How come this is a lowercase one and then there's capital ones here that also don't really look normal? Look at that. Why is there lowercase and uppercase? Like, look at this R. And then look at this R. It's actually an F. Even if they messed up and put an F instead of an R, it doesn't look anything like this F. It's supposed to be an R, but it doesn't look like the other R, and it doesn't even look like the F. How come they look entirely different in every picture that I search of them? How does that look like the same two people? Not touching any of this metal on that hot of a day. You wouldn't even be able to kneel down like this. It would burn the out of your knee right through your pants. And look at the flag from this view. What the is even that? What is any of this?
These are great points.
None of that looks normal at all. Looks like AI slop. You think a forward baseball hat is staying on your head at 1,500 feet in the air?
Maybe there's a completely different motive behind it, but I'm really starting to question if this whole thing even actually happened.
There's a secret cloud seeding and weather modification center in the UAE, Saudi Arabia. And right after Iran took it out, everything flipped overnight. Iraq and Iran suddenly get heavy rain every single week now. Temperatures even dropped a full 5 degrees, which is a massive shift. Iran's devastating drought is over. It was getting so bad that they were about to move the capital, Tehran, because of the water shortage. But now they don't need to. The center that they blew up is a research center, they say. But the rumor is it was designed to destroy agriculture and livestock in Iran and Iraq by triggering artificial drought and desertification. And back in 2011, the former president of Iran, he claimed Western countries are using high-tech equipment to drain the clouds of raindrops. And then in 2018, the Iranian war general blames the drought on Israeli cloud theft. Now, it is documented that we have turned weather into a weapon. There was a strategic mission that weaponized the weather into Vietnam called Operation Popeye. And that's where we disrupted Vietnam military supplies from being delivered. We had this technology back then. I can almost guarantee you the technology has only gotten better. So when they blew up this research center, did they knock the weather tech offline? Because now their dams are overflowing and they have water and crops look like they're ready to bloom.
So this apparently happened back towards the end of last
Mind War while stationed at the Presidio. It isn't even TPUSA. The strangest part is the lineage behind it. Lieutenant Colonel Michael Aquino wrote a book called Mind War while stationed at the Presidio in San Francisco. Not a self-help book, not a political rant, a blueprint for psychological warfare. Mass persuasion, narrative control, cognitive terrain. And Aquino was also an open Satanist. He never hid it. Never denied it.
Aquino and his wife, you are Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army.
Correct.
Now, and how does the Army feel about you being head of the Temple of Set?
The Army has known about my religion for the entire span of my Army career, which began in 1968. And there was a reasonable amount of curiosity, as there has been all the way along, with what exactly is this strange and unusual thing. And I've talked about it in much the same way that I've talked here today on your show about it. And other than that, the Army has paid very little attention to it, the same as it would to anybody who, say, a follower of Hinduism or of Buddhism or any other slightly unusual religion today.
So you just go about your Army duties and it's fine and okay.
Now here's the part people skip past. Aquino didn't write Mind War alone. His collaborative with retired Major General Paul E. Vallely. Fast forward. Vallely sits on the board at Turning Point USA. So take a step back. Strip away the merch, the slogans, the crowd noise. What is TPUSA actually doing? It's not just debating ideas. It's persuasion at scale, changing minds, moving groups, steering perception. And when the same people tied to a psychological warfare playbook are embedded inside a movement built to shape mass belief, coincidence stops being a useful explanation. This isn't about symbols. This is about methods. Because Mind War doesn't care what flag you wave. It only cares that you don't notice you're waving it.
It doesn't matter what flag you're waving. It only matters that you don't notice you're waving it. So that's essentially saying that they're trying to drive division by putting us on teams, so to speak, because once you see yourself as being a part of a team, you're going to do crazy things to try to defend that team's point of view or perspective. That's your team. You're going to protect it. But the sole purpose of Turning Point USA, or what they want us to believe is their sole purpose, what they view as their sole purpose, is to shape the minds of the youth in this country. But if you've got people like that sitting on the board of your company, and the purpose of the company is to shape the minds of the youth, that's not someone we need shaping anyone's mind. But digging into the past of some of these people that are running Turning Point USA, it quickly becomes clear they are not who they claim to be. Public suspicion of that organization is rising daily, and for very good reason.
I mentioned this the other day. It is the one thing that makes me cheer right up, is the idea that the ultra-rich are busy trying to get bunkers and hide in them. You know, bug out and get into the bunkers when it hits the fan. And as I have said before, and I will reiterate, it astounds me that people would be sitting in their house, which is comfortable and it works relatively well, and they know that their actions are directly affecting the life that they can lead inside their own house, and they understand that they are digging the ground out from under their own feet, so they're making preparations to disappear somewhere, and they think it's going to be fine. People in the article. So, when the place you go to, are you going to have security? Are you quite sure your security is not just going to off you and install their families? Who's going to fix it? Do you know how they were built? Do you know how to grow food? Do you know how to do all the things that keep you alive? And of course, the people who get things like this haven't got the faintest idea. They rely on people like you and me to make those things happen for them. And yet, by their own actions, when the hits the fan, they are going to run to places like this and leave people like you and me to do what?
You know.
But the thing is, if we could make them disappear into those bunkers quite soon, we could kind of get rid of them, and then we could probably do something. So, yes, just absolute foolishness.
She makes a very, very good point. All of these billionaires literally fixed all of our problems.
Boy, we kind of put ourselves in a little predicament with this police state using flawed cameras.
Oh yeah, this
haven't we?
We have cameras everywhere in that town. You can't get a breath of fresh air in or out without us knowing.
Chrisana Elzer learned the power of flock firsthand.
You were in town
well, we need
from 11:52 until 12:09. Exactly. Like I said, nothing gets in or out of the town without us knowing.
When a Colorado police officer showed up at her door holding flock snapshots of her truck.
And here's when you left.
That's when you're an enemy. Yeah, you're an enemy now. All right, we'll wrap. Look, everybody prepare, okay? Russia's getting ready to take the Baltics. It will be World War III. All right. Britain had to deploy fighter jets today to intercept a Russian bomber. I believe they're testing Britain's air defenses. I believe that one Poseidon torpedo, look them up. Look up a Poseidon torpedo owned by Russia. It only fit on, I believe, the Belgorod submarine has them dispatched last year, sometime I believe at the beginning of the Russian War, out of the Kara Sea, which is, I believe, when they launched these Poseidon torpedoes, which can sit dormant on the ocean floor for up to 10 years, a nuclear-powered nuclear torpedo with a cobalt encased core for increased radioactivity, and it'll create something like a 300-foot high radioactive tsunami that can wipe out all of Britain. All right. So we're talking about real deal stuff here, guys. It's time to prepare. It's time to stop worrying about what car you're going to get next or any of that BS, man. It's time to get ready to survive. Thanks for watching the Justang Show. If we make it long enough, I'm going to drop my album. I told Tiffany when we got married, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to release the album. I'm going to direct a movie. Get ready to drop my album. My book's on Amazon. Or both of my books on Amazon. Get ready to drop my album. Stick around for that. Like, subscribe, all that stuff.